feel like one of those Asian women who wear those metal rings to stretch their necks or something. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be part 2 of my Kylo Ren cosplay costume series. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please go back and check that out. That video is all about just sourcing the costume and where all the different components are coming from. Now, part 2 of this video series is all about the neck piece here. So, if you are unaware from the movies of the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, the character Kylo Ren, he always has this piece to his costume that I call a neck piece. It might be referred to as a neck seal by some other people. But regardless, whatever you want to call it, it's just a piece to his costume that kind of helps to conceal his neck area. On all of the different renditions of his costume throughout the sequel trilogy, the neck seals are all a little bit different, but the one thing that unifies all of them is that on the actual part that's on his neck, so the neck seals, they all have a part that's actually on the neck, and then it has additional fabric that goes down onto your shoulders and your back and chest. But the one piece that is universal across each rendition of Kylo's costume is the actual neck portion, and that is that fabric is this textured fabric right here that is also found on the sleeves of the Kylo costumes. So that is what I really liked about this one, and I don't know for sure. I think this is just pleather or faux leather as the material for this whole thing. So it feels really, really nice and really good quality, but I really like that about it. Now, this costume series is a Kylo Ren The Rise of Skywalker costume. So I'll try to find some good pictures of his neck seal in episode 9. But I know from watching the movie that the part of the neck seal in episode 9 that goes down onto his chest area, so the equivalent of this piece, this isn't accurate to what it looks like in episode 9. It doesn't come down to a point right here. It's kind of more that textured look similar to the neck piece right here. But the reason I like this one, I'm okay with it being kind of big and bulky down here, not really bulky, but just a lot of fabric, I'm okay with that because the last part of this cosplay costume is going to be a voice changer. Now, there's a different YouTube channel that has this Kylo Ren voice changing setup that I think is the best version of it that I've seen anywhere on YouTube, and so that's what I'm going to be obtaining at some point. And the part of that is a Philips speaker. I'll go over the voice changing setup in a different video, but that speaker should be able to hide right under here. Now, I could hide the speaker like behind the cape or in a number of other spots, but if it were behind the cape, that'd be really easy to hide it, but then the voice output is coming from back here behind the cape, so it's not really realistic to what something would actually sound like if the helmet were actually changing my voice. So by having this on, and if the speaker is outputting my voice right here, so right under my mouth, that's a lot more realistic. So I might see what we can do to modify this and give it some kind of layers if I fold and glue down the fabric in some way to make it look a little bit more layered, just like the neck piece is, and that way it'll look a little bit more screen accurate to the movie. But I don't want to do too much of that if it's going to affect the ability to hide the speaker underneath this chest piece. So as I touched on a little bit earlier, the product itself is made mostly out of either pleather or faux leather, so it's really nice quality. It feels like it's all real leather in your hands and while you're wearing it. So it's mainly just this layered neck fabric and then attached together with this single layer of faux leather or pleather around the chest, shoulders, and back. Now, how you put it on is it's Velcro. It's a Velcro system in the back, so it just peels off like that. And then, so in the front, where your chin would go out, it's lowered down a little bit, and then it's raised up higher around the sides of your neck into the back. So I like that it's a little bit lower down where your chin would go. And I really like that because this thing is I would say it's a little bit big for my neck. I have a short neck, but I can still wear it and it works out fine, and hopefully it'll look really, really good when we get the helmet here in a few weeks. But I'll go ahead and put it on now, just to show you guys the proportions of everything. When I first got this, how I put it on was I basically put it on backwards and then turned it very gently around my neck. I've put it on a few times now, so I've gotten a little bit better at just kind of gauging with my hands to line up the Velcro properly. So it's not that hard to do now. So it's a little bit snug, and I'm not quite used to that feeling of the fabric touching up on the bottom of, or on the, yeah, the underside of my chin right there. So it's a little bit awkward feeling, but if you just kind of move your head around and break it in, it loosens up a little bit, and it's not that bad of a feeling. So I can put up with it, and I think especially once the costume gets here and then the helmet gets here and the whole look is put together, it won't be a bother to me at all. I really like how this piece is kind of flushed down along my shoulders, and I put on this black shirt to kind of give an idea of what it'll look like, because part of the costume is essentially just a long sleeve black shirt with the textured layered sleeves. So this is somewhat what it'll look like a little bit. Okay, so this is my balaclava that me, my dad, and my brother got. We each got one of these probably about a month and a half ago for the global pandemic of COVID-19. And I really like this. It's just very comfortable to wear. But the other reason we got it was to double as part of the Kylo cosplay. So this is basically to completely cover any skin that you could possibly see on my neck anywhere, or any hair that could be seen while wearing both the neck seal and the helmet. So the neck seal covers a lot of my neck, and then with the helmet on, it's probably unlikely that you'll be able to see anything. But wearing this up over the top of my head, let me shove my hair back. Wearing it up over the top of my head like this, and then this can go up over my nose, but I'll probably just keep it down like that. Now my ears are covered. Any skin that could possibly be showing still with the neck seal on and then the helmet will be completely hidden. Now this does make the neck seal a little bit tighter, but I think it's really okay. It doesn't bother me at all, because if my neck is a little bit sensitive to things being tight on it, but with the balaclava on, that takes some of the sensitivity away from the neck seal actually touching my skin. Now with the balaclava on, it's not touching my skin at all. And interestingly enough, this is exactly what Adam Driver does in the movies. So he wears a balaclava like this, and his neck seal is part of his costume, and when the helmet's on, you can't see anything. There's no skin showing. So if I go around slowly like this, there's not going to be any... Once the helmet is on, there won't be any skin that you could see anywhere. So yeah, I really like the look of this. The seller on Etsy that gave me this, that I paid for this product. The seller is Crochet and More by Gigi. Go check out her page. She has a lot of cool stuff. I mentioned her, and we viewed her page a little bit in the part 1 video of this costume series. So please go check out her page. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around for part 2 of my Kylo Ren cosplay costume series. I'm very happy with this neck seal piece that I got. It's going to fit the costume as a whole very well and help to complete the look. The actual costume itself should be getting here within 1 or 2 days. So I'm very stoked about that. I can't wait to get my hands on that and review that and try it on. I hope that it is everything it looks to be in the advertisements online. So I'll be very excited to be getting that here in the next couple days. And I can't wait to review that for you guys and get you to see it, because it's going to be really cool. The helmet won't be here for probably another 2 or 3 weeks, but that is going to be ridiculous when that gets here. It's going to be so cool just to even have the helmet, let alone to complete the costume with the helmet. So definitely stay tuned for those 2 videos that are going to be coming throughout the month of June. Please consider liking this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this neck seal and what you think about the Kylo Ren costume in general. Wherever you are in the world, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in part 3.